I'm turning this well-loved Jasmine doll with really brittle hair into my next doll project. Her hair does smell really good. It's clean. It's just dry and frizzy. And because I want to turn her into one of the characters for Dolls and Prejudice, which is the next big project I'm working on, I'm going to do something completely new. I'm not going to boil wash her hair because typically Disney hair doesn't really bounce back as much as the Mattel dolls do. I'm going to sew her hair into a style for the movie because her hair is brittle, it's been cut, it's very thick. But there's short parts and I want to trim up the bottom to remove some of the bulk. Make her a brand new dress and maybe put on a bonnet on her to make her a Regency England style doll. This is the bonnet I'm going to be working on. I have some cloaks and some material for her main dress. I'm doing thick velvet because I want her to be for a winter scene. Just brushing out her hair, then I'm going to trim it up, and now I'm sewing it into a style and then braiding it and sewing it again. This is going to be a fishtail braid wrapped around her hair. Now, if she was truly a Regency style doll, her braid would not be long and down, it would be up. But with the way they make the dolls, you can never really do that because it makes so much bulk, like such a bulky hairstyle. When they do hairstyles like that, like Regency England and Victorian style hairstyles, they actually use short hair and just put it in the style that they want. I'm sewing up the hat. Which was actually part of a craft. It was like a folded hat. And now I'm going to do the dress. I've cut it. And then I'm taking a strip of material, sewing it to the top. And this will form the bodice. Because in Regency England, it would be an empire waist. So this will form the empire waist. Sewing that completely up. Now working on the sleeves, which will be strips, cut across and then sewn in. And I want to make sure I'm going to have it be a little oversized because the character that I'm making is actually an older character. And instead of being Middle Eastern like Jasmine is, the character is going to be Indian. If you know about Regency England, India was a territory of England at the time. So you would have had people from India living in England, and they still do. Jane Austen's cousin was, I think, half French and half Indian. I'm sewing in the sleeves, and then I'm going to be putting in buttons, but they're snap buttons with grommets. I'm going to line the back with the buttons with grommets. I'm sewing it in, and then I'm going to hammer that in to the top of the grommet, and then I'm going to sew in the other side, and then just snap them together and they will be working buttons. I'm using this ribbon to emphasize the waist and putting on this hat, her bonnet, and now I'm putting on this Elsa cape that I bought in a large lot of clothes a really long time ago. And now the doll is pretty much complete. All she really needs is some jewelry and some shoes. And I have not made gloves for any of the characters yet, but I think I will eventually. The dress is just slightly long because she's not wearing shoes right now. I have did a little more work. I created sleeves that are detachable. You can put them on. Now, if you want, you can sew them in, but you don't have to because it makes it a convertible dress. So you get more wear out of it. So you take off the sleeves, you put in another ribbon, maybe add a brooch, and it looks like she's just wearing a different dress of the same color. And this is how it works. You just take the sleeves off. You can have it up, but if you have it up all the way, you would have to sew it in. But I like this because it makes it easier for more costumes and costume changes. It easily comes on and off. There is a little bit of stretch to this velvet material, which makes it really easy to convert the dress. And I added in one more button because it was a little too big. And this way, a bigger doll could wear this dress. And I trimmed up the bottom. It fits really well now. And it is in the style of Regency, England, that the movie is going to be made in. Of course, there is a delay in the movie, of course, because I'm super sick and I've lost my voice almost completely. And every day I lose it a little more. But I did want to finish this video because it's been doing super odd things and I just want to get it done and up. Editing this particular video has been a nightmare. But I hope that you still like the way that the doll came out and that you think this is super adorable like I do. A common hairstyle would be curls coming down. This is what the doll looked like. Originally, she was a wreck, and her hair was a wreck, and this is after I combed it, but still hadn't done any of the repairs, and this is what she looks like now. Lovely, sophisticated doll now, whose name is Lady Lucas. She is a lady. Her husband was knighted and was originally in trade. So she does have a backstory and children. I thought there was a maturity to her face that worked really well for a more mature character. And this is, of course, the doll that I did last week. So if you missed that, you can go back and watch it. Thank you for watching.